Hey, what's going on, my Goombas? Good morning. Back to the hotel. Wait a minute. What I meant to say was back to the cafe. Back to the cafe. Jeez. I was just listening to a song that I listened to back in the day. It's called Back to the Hotel by N2 Deep. I'm still trying to wake up. I apologize. Back to the cafe. Back to the cafe. Not the hotel. Man, what is going on here? Okay, listen. Hold on a second here. Let's get serious. Which, by the way, is hard for me to do a lot of times. All right. What do I want to talk about today? Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I don't know how that came out. Anyway. Okay, concentrate. All right, my Goombas. Let's talk about Taste of Sicily and the masks that none of us wear at Taste of Sicily. See, when somebody asks me a question about, do you do this, do you do that? You know, I just tell them the truth about what we do and about our processes, you know, sanitizing and all that kind of stuff. Now, so let me break some things down to you and for you. So, obviously we sanitize, right? We sanitize our knives when we're done cutting on the slicing machine that we use for the cold cuts, for like the cold sandwiches and different things that we slice on that. Both before and after, we always sanitize, right? We sanitize our knives. We always practice proper food storage. What does that mean? That means that our refrigerators always operate at 40 degrees or less. Okay? Now, let's say, and this happened one time, where we seen that our one of our refrigerators broke down, and we catch that stuff right away because there's a digital number that is always showing, which is very nice. Because years ago, before the digital numbers were showing on the refrigerator or the freezer, you actually had to have like a thermometer inside the refrigerator or freezer, which now it's nice because there's a little digital display that shows on the unit. So we're always watching that, right? It doesn't take long for you to see that number. And if it starts creeping up, 41, 42, 43, we know we have a problem. Right away, we call the refrigeration guy. He comes in, he checks it out. He checks to see if we have a Freon leak. Maybe the compressor went bad. You know, that's very important stuff. All right? So proper food storage. You know, we always practice that, right? Okay, as far as wearing gloves, right? And we're just telling you the truth. I am. And not only that, but any of our valued Goombas customers that come in, they can see how we operate. Do we always wear gloves? No, we do not. Because they are a nuisance and you can't work right with them on. Sometimes I think it was just for another business to get started with the reasoning behind, you know, why you got to wear these gloves. It gets ridiculous. Those gloves, wearing them all day long and your skin can't breathe, you think that's good for your hands? Of course not. Now, we always are washing our hands with antibacterial soap. Also, and this again is all common sense, if I shake somebody's hand, if I touch the money in the cash register, if I touch anything other than food, what do we do before we touch the food or make any food? We wash our hands. I could tell you stories of the idiotic things that I used to see. One time I went into this one pizza shop. A guy was sweeping the floor, and he had his gloves on, right? You're sweeping the floor with gloves on. And then I come in and I order a sandwich, right? And this was years ago. And he goes back to make my sandwich with his gloves on. I'm like, whoa, you gotta change them gloves out? You see? A lot of people are stupid like that. They think because they got the gloves on, well, you know, I can do whatever I want. I'm like, whoa, wait, where's your common sense here? Where is your common sense? Right? Okay, we do use gloves for certain things depending on what's on the menu. For example, let's say we have a tuna sandwich on the menu, right? Now, obviously, we're using big cans of tuna, okay? So after you open up the can of tuna and you put it in the container that you're gonna mix it with like say mayonnaise, right? Or whatever your mixture is for your establishment, then you'll put a pair of gloves on so that you can mix the tuna. Makes common sense, my Goombas, common sense. As long as your hands have been cleaned before you touch the food, you are good. If you touch your face, your hair, you always wash your hands before you touch the food. Okay? So a Taste of Sicily, and see, this is how some of the sheep and the Facebook trolls, they try to get us. Oh, well, they don't wear gloves, or, you know, they don't wear masks. Yeah, so? And the whole world knows that. And we practice, it's called good, upright hygiene or hygienic practices. I swear with this COVID-19, you can really tell who paid attention in health and hygiene class and who did not, you know? A lot of this is common sense. It actually took COVID-19 for people to start to learn how to wash their hands properly. What's the matter with you? Right? So, we don't wear masks. I'll tell you another thing I don't like. Okay, let's talk about the mask for a minute. Those masks are the most ridiculous thing ever. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Let me say it again. Ridiculous. You think your friends, your family, you think they have like 7 masks? You think they have one for each day, like you do for clothing? Like, yeah, really? Really? They're cleaning their mask. They have a new mask every day. Really? I don't even do that. You think I got time for that? You think I'm going to invest in that? That's a bunch of BS right there. That filthy mask. Let me tell you something. I spoke to somebody in the grocery industry. You know what he told me? Let me tell you what he told me. He said the mask was never about protection. It was about perception. That's right. And there you go. Somebody who works in the grocery industry. I'm telling you, my Goombas, I tell you the truth. You want to watch my videos because, for the most part, unless I make an honest, unwilling mistake, I'm not preaching anything that, is untrue. That stupid little mask that everybody, they make all those poor workers put on at all those companies, it's not for protection. It's for BS perception. That's what it's about. And it's probably about control too. Hey, listen, I don't want to hear it. I go to this one business because I have to do business with them for now. For now. They make me put that stupid little mask on. You know what I do? I put it on, I get in, and I get out. And as soon as I find somebody else to conduct business with, guess what? Ain't wearing the mask no more. You know? Now, there are some other businesses I don't mind because I respect their request, and it's not a burden to me. But here's the double standard. You know, I'll go into certain places and you can see it. How come none of them have masks on, right? But everybody else got to have a mask on. And they only pull that mask out at certain times, right? There's like a few businesses like that. I see you. I see what's going on here. Hey, I was just at a hardware store the other day, and this poor girl that was ringing me up, she hated that mask. You know what she told me? I said everybody has to wear the mask, right? She goes, yeah, it's mandatory. Mandatory. I'd be quitting that job so fast, I'd be out begging before I have to wear a mask. If one of the requirements to work at a place I got to wear a mask, guess what? I ain't working there. That's just me. It's America. You got the freedom to go get a job where they don't require that stupid little mask. So she was telling me one of her co-workers who has asthma has to wear the mask. And one time she even passed out. I said, I don't know if that's a lawsuit waiting to happen, but I'll tell you what, I ain't wearing no mask. And she gotta suffer. She gotta suffer on the job. You think that's nice? You think that's right? Yeah, right. Tell me another one. You know who's wearing the mask? I'll tell you who's wearing the mask. The sheep. Or the people that they don't have any other job that they could get or go to, and so they're stuck. And it sucks for them. And I feel bad for them. I'm not making fun of them. I feel bad for them. That's ridiculous. But remember what my friend told me in the grocery industry. It was never about protection. It was about perception. And if what they say is true, that perception is reality, well, then I guess it makes sense. Oh yeah, put your little mask on. Makes you feel all warm and fuzzy and safe inside. When really, if somebody has a certain virus, that mask ain't gonna do jack crap. That's how that goes. Remember, you heard it from me. What a joke. Listen, I'm all about safety, and I'm all about good and upright practices in many different ways. But I don't want to hear no BS. Oh, well, you know, the mask. You can take the mask and shove it. And that's where I'm at. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I know what's going on. All right? Absolutely ridiculous. You know, the best thing, and it better not happen at the gym that I go to, if they say I got to wear a mask in there, I'll be looking for another gym. Oh, yeah. Ain't no mask going on. Not for me. Not when I go to the gym. When you exercise, you need more oxygen, not less. Guess what? I got to have a mask on to work out? See ya. And I won't be paying you either. That's how that goes. That's not being cocky or arrogant. That's just being and doing what is right. That's all. That's it. Wear a mask? No. You get an awesome taste of freedom when you come to Taste of Sicily. You don't have to wear a mask. And you know what? If you're not sick and nobody is coughing and sneezing and everybody is practicing good and healthy etiquette, right? With hygiene and not coughing and sneezing on anybody, you can get as close as you want. You could even kiss somebody. Hey, you think when these girls come into the cafe and they want a picture with me and they want a hug, what do you think I'm going to do? Huh? What do you think the sauce fella's going to do? They're going to get the picture, which I don't charge for. By the way, if you ever want a picture, you just ask me. And they want a hug. They want me to put my arm around their shoulder. Hey, that's a lot closer than 6 feet. And I'm okay with that, you know? Remember, I'm not a snake. If she's single, then, you know, you never know. But for you guys and girls who are out there, if you're a boyfriend, girlfriend, you're married, I totally respect that. And it's all business. And that's it. It's even all business if they're single. I'm just saying, if they're single, hey, you know, you never know. You know what I say? If they're single, we just might mingle. And there's nothing wrong with that. I am a respectful businessman. And that's the truth. You know? All right. What else did I want to say before I get off of here and get back to the hotel? I had to mess around with that one again. I mean, of course, obviously, back to the cafe. Back to the cafe. I guess I can... I better not even go there. Forget it. Forget it. I'm not ever talking about my hotel days. They were a lot of fun, though. Yes, they were. Hey, I was single. So don't come at me like I'm a bad guy, because I'm not, you know? I'm single. And, you know, hey, I'll just leave it at that. All right, my Goombas, listen, I got to get going here. I would love to chat a little more, but I think if this video goes on, you know, it might... yes, 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 yes. Living the life, you know? My mom goes and opens up a cafe. I'm helping out. I get to be there for her. I get to be there for my sister. I get to ride on this journey that all of us are on with everybody that is contributing, from our Goombas, our supporters, our customers. Of course, you got the Facebook trolls. You got the sheep, you know, which I don't really give them too much time anymore these days, you know. But I'm glad that I'm able to help my family, and we will see where this is gonna go. And of course, I'm doing all of this. I'm doing all of this in my newfound singlehood, and life is pretty good. And I don't have any complaints. So I'm taking it all in, you know? I'm taking it all in. Now back to the cafe. Arrivederci, my Goombas. Arrivederci. Have a great day. And if you come out to Taste of Sicily, we got some great rice balls. Arrivederci.